Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today this is more of a kind of chit chat video. I'm going to be talking to you guys about some future plans for the channel. First off, I'd like to say that I have finished the Naruto into My Hero Academia universe. Those are going to be coming out throughout the week, so be ready for those. Since there's episodes or new arcs haven't come out yet, I obviously can't write on them, so it's on pause for now. Obviously, when the next arcs and episodes come out, I'll be the first one to write about them. I would read the manga and then write about them, but I feel like that would just spoil things for people who just watch the anime, so I won't do that. Also, I don't really want to read anything, so there's that. But with that, that also means that I can, do other things. I think I'm gonna do. I mean, actually, I know I'm gonna do another series. I'm gonna do another What If Blank was in My Hero Academia. I'm choosing My Hero Academia again because A, it's really popular, so it's gonna get clicks, and B, it's really easy to like navigate things through that story. If that makes sense, I can like change things up and not change the plot completely. So, yeah, there's that. There's just a lot of wiggle room, is what I'm trying to say. However, before I start writing, there's something I want you guys to be involved in, and there's also a challenge that I've set for you guys. So at the moment right now when I'm filming this, we are at 33 subscribers, which is really amazing, and I thank all of you guys for that. However, for me to release the next series of episodes for the new character, I'll post all the Naruto ones, so don't worry about that because they're already scheduled. But for this new character, I want you guys to get my channel to 40 subscribers. That seems kind of difficult. I mean, it's only 7, but for a growing channel, that can be kind of difficult. But I need you guys to help me out here. Tell your friends and family to help boost our channel a bit. The second sort of challenge that I guess kind of maybe task, maybe I don't know what you would call it, but the second thing that I've done is, since this is kind of like still a growing channel, I want you guys to be involved, and I want you guys to actually enjoy the videos. So I've come up with 6 characters that I think would be really cool to kind of incorporate into the world of My Hero Academia, and that will definitely change. Some of these characters will 100% change the story a lot. Um, but so I've listed 6 characters, and I'll talk about a 7th that I feel will be cool, but I need to think about a lot more because that story would be really cool. But so I've thought of 6 characters that I think would be really cool, and I'll just give what I think their quirk would be and how I'd incorporate them into the world a bit. I won't spoil a lot, but just a little teaser, I guess. So the first character that I thought would be really cool was Spider-Man, the MCU Spider-Man. So that's like Tom Holland Spider-Man. There's a lot of like Spider-Mans out there, obviously. So I just think that the Tom Holland Spider-Man would be like the coolest one. So his quirk would be nothing, and how I incorporated him into the world I think is really interesting. I remember hearing about how animals got tested. That's where Principal Nezu, sorry, I should say, got his powers or quirk. So just think about that, and the way that I did his origin story is also really interesting. So that's the first character. The second character that I thought of was Shazam, or Billy Batson, or Captain Marvel. That him. So I would be using the DC universes, so the real life Shazam as well. I think this he would be cool because he's more of like a serious type character, whereas like the animated ones he's more like childish. So I think having a more serious one, or a serious character, sorry, is kind of cool. However, I think the problem with Shazam is like if you think about his backstory and then Deku's backstory, they're 100% like the same story. An old guy giving him powers because he needs to retire. So, I mean, it's kind of like the same story, but Shazam is a really cool character. He's one of my favorite superheroes, so yeah, there's that. The third character that I thought of was Goku. This is primarily for clicks. Goku's obviously one of those like popular anime characters out there, and he's one of my favorite characters. I love Goku. I think um, he would be really cool to have. His quirk, I guess, would be just. I guess they would kind of figure it out as they go, but how I incorporate him into the world was kind of like the way I incorporated Naruto into the world. Um, and except this time it would make a lot more sense. I guess the way I'd explain it in the story would be a lot cooler, or I guess a lot more fluently. It doesn't matter. But so yeah, he's the third character. The fourth character that I think has a really cool backstory that nobody really talks about would be Saitama. I think he would be a very interesting character to talk about. His quirk would be nothing like Spider-Man's, and I don't know if I talked about Shazam's, but his quirk would also be nothing. So Saitama would also have the quirk of nothing, and I think he would be really interesting because I don't know, but like Goku, I think the power, and Shazam actually, the power scale would kind of like topple because those three characters are essentially gods. So I don't know how the story would definitely change a lot if that's what you guys are interested in. The fifth character and one of my personal favorites, actually, I'd say like top 10. Edward Elric. He's from the Full Metal Alchemist series. If you haven't seen that, it's a very sick anime. It's also pretty short as well, so it's something you can binge in like 3 days if you haven't seen it. It's really good. I recommend it. But yeah, Edward Elric. Ed is just a really really smart guy. His quirk, I guess, would be like full metal or something, or maybe like ground manipulation. I don't know. I think of something cool. But yeah, the way I incorporated his story is also, I'd say it's kind of interesting because he is pretty nice, and I wouldn't say nice, but tragic backstory. So the way I incorporated him into the world of My Hero Academia is pretty interesting, and I'd be really happy writing about him as well. And the last character that I think would be really cool to incorporate is Shinra from Fire Force. If you haven't seen, it's not that popular of an anime, but if you haven't seen it, it's essentially My Hero Academia, but a bit worse. I like the characters a lot, but I think adding Shinra would be a really cool thing. He's kind of like Deku though. That's kind of the problem I think, but I think well, I'm kind of rambling right now, but essentially Shinra's quirk would be Firefoot because that's his power. And how I incorporated his backstory, I think personally, is really cool. It's probably like one of the best ones on here, besides Spider-Man and Shazam, I'd say. But yeah, the way I incorporated his backstory is really cool. And if you haven't seen Fire Force, then maybe check it out. It's only like, I think like 40 episodes right now. It's probably gonna finish as well because it's not that popular. But yeah, if you're looking for like a shittier My Hero Academia, then 100% go check out Fire Force. And that is going to wrap it up for this episode. I wanted to end off by saying thank you guys so much for the support that you've shown to the channel. It's grown a lot from like one subscriber in like December to 33 right now, which I think is really impressive and really cool. I'll leave all six of what I'm essentially going to do is I'm going to comment all six of the characters down below, and whichever one gets like whichever comment gets the most likes is going to be the one that I start writing about. It might take a while because I like to write like 3 or 4 arcs before publishing one, so there's going to be that. But yeah, thank you guys again for the support, and I'll see you next time.